Hello, my name is Johnny Johnson,
My name is Julian Presley.
and today we're going to be discussing the topic of violence. So, Julian, what do you think about this violence? Like, what do you define it as?
So I'll define violence as abuse, domestic violence, how pedestrians act nowadays with violence, and how we can prevent things from happening with violence, and how it's harming our physical behavior and our emotions nowadays.
Correct. So, what do you think? How it affects people in general? Like, what do you think overall?
It is Violence is really affecting us mostly by um say for instance relatives putting their hands on others.
Hmm.
They may feel a certain way, and it may cause issues between them, and it can affect them. Also, it's really ways you can prevent things from happening if someone is causing violence to one another from occurring. Now, Johnny, how would you define violence?
I define it as very chaotic and destructive. Like, it could lead to many problems, things that affect, could affect things, take different paths, and especially the wrong paths. Violence is never a good thing. You know, I feel like we should, as a people in general, we should all come together and not having to, destroy one another's confidence or anything like that.
Okay. So, Johnny, what are some things that could prevent violence from occurring nowadays?
I feel like we should just, we should all just we should all have a community thing. Like we should all come together as a community. You know what I'm saying? We all were born in the world alone. Some, twins, we don't talk about that. But yeah, we all born together in this world. We only got one world. And I feel like we should all come together, make peace, love, and harmony. You feel me? And I
I
feel
got
like,
you.
God brought us on this earth for a reason, not to hurt each other. So what do you think? What do you think about the violence affecting the community?
I know it's not a good thing, and I know there are plenty of ways we could prevent violence from occurring. There are community centers out there. There are healthcare centers, centers that will keep you stable until you are better and you are not a harm to yourself. There are many ways to prevent violence from occurring, and it's better to seek help. There are counselors around. There are all types of help you can get. And like you were saying, we only on one world, and that's all we got. And I agree with you on that, Johnny.
Yes.
So, Johnny, how is violence affecting our streets?
I feel like we're like, I'm not gonna say that word. I feel like we're taking out one another. I feel like we shouldn't be. We should be able to clean the streets, like make it a better place, a safe. Like, not everybody is like. I understand not everybody has the same mindset or anything like that, but I feel like everybody, there's ways, like you said, to get help, or there's other institutions, programs, and stuff they can get into to fix themselves. Make yourself a better person overall, to make the world a better person.
Right,
You fix yourself, I feel like you can fix others.
right.
So yeah. But what do you think about how you think we should just like overall just put an end to it?
I think we should just put an end to it by we all coming together, one apiece. Say, for instance, meeting up somewhere and protesting about violence because it's not right, and no one should ever be affected by it. You know, other things with violence, um, shooting happens, gun violence occurs, and say for like I was telling you about the streets.
Yeah.
About say for instance that gun violence is never a good thing. It's never a good option to choose from because it puts yourself in more danger, and it also it reflects on your feelings that occurs too. It's a
Yeah.
lot of people that's rotting in jail for shooting on the streets, and it's never a good thing that's happening, Johnny.
Yeah, correct. Mind you, there's also families. People also have families, mothers, kids, and things other than that. They got to take care of and their priorities. So I feel like, yeah, like you said, we should put an end to it by protesting, a safe, peaceful protest, by the way, not like such a violent protest, because sometimes protests can take a turn into peace or violence. So I feel like we should take a peaceful protest instead. But yeah, how do you feel overall? How do you think people should seek help? Like they ain't not able to.
If someone ever feels they are going to commit violence or cause violence to themselves or endanger themselves, they should immediately call help. There are plenty ways online for help. Once again, there are centers out there for you and all that can help you. And there are ways to help that.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I feel like, peaceful, God brought us together. We should all come together and not destroy one another. Now, I understand there's maybe good and evil in the world, but we all should take, the peaceful approach. Not always, oh, this person this person that. Especially most times the violence comes to arguing and it comes to fights, and then fights lead to end up taking one each other out. Like you're saying, gun violence. Most people they fight, and then they end up pulling out a gun, which is
Right,
it's very stupid. So like I said, there shouldn't be any type of like evil in the world. But unfortunately, we have that. But there's also things we can prevent evil from. So
right. I agree, Johnny.
I feel like we should close out this episode. Again, we're closing out this episode with the discussion of violence today. I'm Johnny Johnson.
And my name is Julian Presley. Thank you.